Today we are moving along in our series of the mineral kingdom, and we're going to talk about serpentine today. It's often known as the stone of transformation and flow. And first up, I'd like to remind you that I'm not stating the stone is going to cure X, Y, and Z, and that you can also work with the stone not necessarily by obtaining it, but you can also work with it through the use of art and imagination as well. Drawing, photography, meditating, etc. Now, the origins of the stone, you'll find quite large quantities of it in places like Italy, Greece, Russia, China, and the United States. And when we look into its elemental associations, we'll find it's associated with the elements of water and air. Now, the speed at which it vibrates, we'd probably say it's quite a gentle and also steady frequency. Often described as being quite fluid and transformative rather than being fast or sharp. Now, moving on to some of the effects that it may have on you, we're going to go through some physical, mental, emotional, and metaphysical as well. And physically, you'll often find that serpentine can be good when you are looking for some detoxification and cleansing. It can also aid in cellular regeneration. It can help support the nervous and cardiovascular system. It can enhance the energy flow throughout the body as well, making sure that there's less blockages as it flows in and out of different parts of your body. Now, mental effects, I would say it probably is quite good with clearing mental clutter, enhancing focus and alertness, as well as also encouraging more sort of flexible and open thinking and supporting problem solving without stress. Now, emotionally, it can be quite supportive for release of fear and anxiety, dissolving mental blockages, emotional blockages, shall I say, encouraging acceptance and self-love, and supporting healing from old emotional wounds. Now, in the metaphysical or spiritual aspects that this stone has to offer, often people will use it to connect with their kind of life force energy, or kundalini if they want to call it that, to align your energy with the heart and also the higher aspects, and integrate past experiences for personal growth. Now, when we're looking at chakra or center points of the body that this stone is often associated with, we're looking at things like the heart chakra, the third eye, and the crown as well. The heart being about compassion and love, the third eye being intuition and insight, and the crown for its kind of spiritual awareness. Now, when we look at the astrological and zodiacal aspects that this stone can be associated with, we're looking at things like Venus and Mercury, and then also Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Now, when we have a look at some of the cultural stories around the world that hold some wisdom of the serpentine, in China, they often carved it for protection, longevity, and as well as spiritual development. In ancient Greece and Rome, it was often associated with healing and protection. And they often used it as a talisman as well. Now, many other cultures around the world, and in particular the Americas, they often associated with life force energy and also connecting in with the earth beneath our feet. Across cultures, serpentine was considered a stone of transformation and protection, as I have spoken of before, as well as also providing more insight as to where to move to and how to get there. Serpentine reminds us that transformation doesn't have to be abrupt. It can be gentle, it can be flowing, it can be deeply, deeply supportive. If you've got any further questions about serpentine, welcome to pop them in the comment section below. If you've got any other stones you would like us to share on, you can also do that in the comment section below. And we'll see you again soon.